Hello. Good morning, everyone. Look, I have a new chatting screen. Not sure how well it works though, so that'll be interesting to watch. I tried. YouTube is a lot more finicky when it comes to like a scrolling chat bar. Um, I don't know what to do today. I kind of threw it out in the Discord. I've got two ideas. I can either work on the mob or we could work on a like Christmas build. And now that I'm like looking at like inspiration photos that I've saved, I'm thinking Christmas build. Hopefully that doesn't irritate people that I'm doing Christmas already. But I want to see if I can make a pile of presents. I see a lot of people have done actual like a present, and that's fine, but I really want a pile of presents. That's kind of what I'm thinking is a pile would be kind of nice. Um, let's see if I can save this inspiration picture so I can see chat and a picture. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking today. Itty bitty tiny picture, but I think it's still doable. I'm not counting. Um, well, that didn't work. I tried to open it and it didn't want to move. I'm not counting blocks on this like I would with the mobs because it's not something that's already in game. So it's more off the cuff and more improv. I don't think improv's the right word, but that's the best I can come up with. So, okay. I'm gonna pop on over here to our gameplay scene. Since moving from Twitch, I literally have gotten rid of like everything. It's so bad. I'm like, I don't know why I thought I should just like scrap all of my stuff, but I think it's because so many of my overlays just don't work with YouTube and so I think that's really why. So what I'm thinking is what if I map it out? Okay, I'm not likely to use brown in um I don't want to do it over here either because these are specifically for the mobs that I need to build. The polar bear, if you guys just saw it, that polar bear is coming out today. And then following the polar bear should be a mushroom. I believe a mushroom. But yeah, the polar bear is coming out today. Way out here is where I've been doing all of my like Halloween builds. And I was trying to do a fall house, like a full-on base. I don't like it. So I kind of ditched it, and over there is like all the Halloween builds. I totally kind of ditched the fall build there. Hello, how are you? I can't see all the chat. Hi, Jay. I'm like, wait, I can see someone said something, but I can't see a name. How are you doing, Jay? There we go. Now I can see things. Excited for some distraction. Let's use this one. I need a color. We're doing Christmas, I decided. I'm doing Christmas. Because I'm doing a lot of like, I'm doing a lot of, that sounds really loud. I can't see that. Let me move things and see how loud that is. Here for the Christmas, Matt, I've been better. Nice to hang out with you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. It seems loud to me, but no, it doesn't really look loud on OBS. That's just a me problem. Okay. But so, a lot of my Christmas builds are very off the cuff, and there's like not a true reference image. So like all of those mobs, like there are tons of reference images of them. So I just have to get in there and count blocks. But all of the Christmas ones, there's not really any Christmas things in game. So it's gonna take a little more actual planning. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Christmas things. I'm ready to get out Christmas trees. I already have that on my list today. Is I will probably pull out all of our trees and get them put where I want them without ornaments and without like lights and stuff. Because I want to see, last year Sirius was like 2 months old. So he kind of was in the trees, but it wasn't too bad. But this year, like, we have a giant oak in our front yard and he climbs it. So I'm afraid that he is going to pull down our trees this year. Like, it's not a if, it's a when. So I kind of want to see, like, how rough is he going to be on it before I start putting up decorations. But I am totally in that mood for that. Reasonable fear, right? I'm like, Luna's too fat. She just doesn't care. But Sirius is a problem. So I'm thinking like a 6x6 square. Probably need more than one color for my own eyes, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here, I can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I figure I'll kind of map it. Let's see where it goes. Because I want them to be a stack. Like, I don't know. There's not a stack. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. There's not a stack of like presents in the game. I know some years the developers have changed like our chests to look like presents, and that's kind of fun. But otherwise, there's not a stack of presents in the game. And I'd like to make a stack. I'm just not sure how, because I feel like it could get really flat and one-dimensional if it's just if they're all facing in the same direction, right? So then you gotta mix in some like diagonals, and that's where I'm like, can I do this? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I almost feel like it would look bigger on a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we connect. So does that look bigger? Not really. No. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna just listen to me count all day today. Oh, this is gonna be a pain though. Because you gotta place and... I did get in The Sims yesterday. It was kind of fun. Actually, I could show you what I did too. Because I decided I made this room back here. I saw somebody else had done their background using just like Sim stuff. I'm like, no way. That's so cool. That's a good idea. So now I have my own custom bedroom that I made in The Sims. Better than listening to my kids trying to count and skip count by 2s and 5s. Oh my gosh. I hate that. Oh no. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to fix... Good, I can actually see it. Like, why... I'm gonna have to play with dimensions, I think, on the chat thing, because that was not gonna work. They made it seem like you can just resize and it will work, but it's not. It's not scrunching things the way it should. And so we're just going off. Oh well. At least it's somewhat working, because this is a feature that is super hard for held for review. Gaming is for girls. Held for review? YouTube. Seriously? Why is that held for review? That's hilarious. It's not wrapping, yeah. It's so, because I need it to be like big enough people can see. And they made it sound like you could scrunch it and it would wrap, and it's not wrapping, so I'll have to play with that. But the fact that it's even working is so neat, because, man, the YouTube chat box is a pain in the butt. Yeah. So there we are. We're just cut off. Everything's cut off. But look, I can look at it now. Thanks for chatting. Okay. I do have like other pictures, and I've hidden some like neon signs in the room that I'm kind of tickled by, and I can't wait to find a way to use those pictures and then someone be like, does that say what I think it says? So I've got to find ways to use the other pictures from the room too. But I had a lot of fun with it. Anytime. I think I've decided, like, a lot of the reason I stopped building in The Sims is I love CC, and I just feel like people don't always like to watch CC on YouTube, and I think I've just decided, like, forget it, I'm gonna do my thing with CC, and it's what I enjoy. Like, just go with it. See, the diagonals do look bigger. Luna, you can't go back there, it's hot. I put in, the way I set up my desk, I have like a hot wax thing, and then I have my headphone stand, and so she can't go to my window unless I'm wearing my headphones. And I'm wearing my headphones, and so she's like right up next to the hot wax. One of these days she's going to learn. I wonder if I should do that on a 4 instead, because I like the idea of the 6s, because then I can do like a 2 wide ribbon. I think I'll leave it. We'll do 6s, even though it makes those ones look smaller. I think that's just the nature of the game. Okay. And then they need to be like close too, because it needs to work out to stack something on top. 5, 6, did I count that right? I did. That's almost like too big of a gap there. Maybe I do another diagonal one? I don't know if I want another diagonal one right next to it. So this is what I'm doing today. This is the whole plan. Because if I put that, those are like right next to each other. I wonder if I can do... I know I've seen some people do different diagonals. I'm just not familiar with them. Like on the best way to do that. Like that. How many does that put me at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then which way would that go? 1, 2. Now I've got to think. I don't know. I don't know. This way? One, two, three, that's 6. This is requiring way too much thinking for a Monday morning. Am I even getting the right shape? Maybe not. No. Because it would need to go It would have to go in. It'd have to follow the line of the other one. So these two, I might have to do a seventh one on here. Hey, Demon Wolf, how are you? How's it going? I'm trying to figure out the best way to do a different kind of diagonal on a cube. Because I think this actually has to go this way. So that, oh, not that one. Is that a cube? Kind of. I still don't think it's right. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I almost feel like this needs to change. There. There we go. That's a symmetrical cube because I've got the same little cutouts on each side here. That took way too much thought. 4, 5, 6. Sorry, going to look for, no worries. 4, 5, 6. Trying to get a PC. Nice. Having a new computer is always nice. Okay. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then just follow the stuff on below. Okay. Okay, I can make this work. And then all of my shapes won't be exactly the same. It'll look more realistic, I think. I hope. I hope. It does seem doable. I haven't quite figured how I will do like a ribbon on top, like a bow. I've only thought about really the ribbon on the sides. And then we could do, I'd almost want to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it overlaps with all 3 presents. It makes a whole stack. And we could probably even fill in with like a little toy of some kind or an ornament like right here. An ornament might be hard. Circles are kind of difficult in here without like a ton of space. Small circles are difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or even just filling in with some of the more colorful like terracotta and like making it look like the terracotta is like tiny gifts. We could do that. Okay, I think I have a good base though. I think I do at least. I could even try to do some kind of toy on top of this gift. I do think I want this to go back one more. Like here. And move everything over. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Like indecisive. 3, 4, 5, 6. This whole row needs to go. Okay. You are in the wrong place. No! Knocking me to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think. Oh, that one side still. I think that's it for a base. I think that's enough to like work with. Structurally, like that'll get us somewhere. I can always, once we do this, like come in and add some more like on this side if I wanted to. Yeah, I think that's good. So what colors? I'm more of like a silver and blue kind of Christmas. I think concrete's probably a good one. I know, or I should I just like do traditional like red and green? Hello, Luna, can I help you? No one can see you. They can't see you be cute. And yellow. We can just go traditional. Actually, and then what's the terracotta? I might be able to mix in like some of the red terracotta. Well, heck, the terracotta colors in general, unglazed, are pretty decent too. So many options. So this is what I was thinking, like one of these might be good for like a little miniature present down here on the ground. Like something like that. So maybe we won't use the terracotta on the actual presents. I need also to gather or get some torches. I need torches so that we don't get anything spawning inside as I fill it in. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Okay. So this is basically how I come up with like my builds. If it's not something like a mob that I can count on, like it's pretty set how those are supposed to turn out. And then I usually will come in and try to like sculpt it, if you will, like with some kind of block and go from there. Like, okay, I've got the general shape. Now I can fill it in. I could just avoid filling in the top until like the very last so that nothing spawns in there. I could. And I keep telling myself, you know what's not on my list is finding stream music. So let me put that on my list. Especially for Minecraft days where there's not like music in the background. Although I've had to turn off the music on Disney Dreamlight Valley because even though it's on streamer friendly, I still keep getting copyright strikes. So it's probably best to just get some music of my own. Not like mine, but stream friendly music that I can actually count on being stream friendly. I wonder if I could place, oop, I could do like trapdoors. Maybe not. None of these are good options. Because I was thinking, this is pretty much the same color. Like if I could place these, it would give it some more dimension. It's not really the right color. You could also do banners to get like the true wave of like a ribbon piece. You could do banners. Let's get some torches. And I probably will turn this into like an actual building of some kind once it's done and figure out like where's a good place to put doors in like a hallway or whatever is needed. I need it over there. Okay. So like that. Now, but is the red banner too red because I'm using terracotta and not... I bet it's too red. It kind of works. It kind of does, but not really. It could be an option for one of the others. Instead of doing the line, just doing ribbon. I set a hotkey for mute and it doesn't work for unmute. It should. And I also didn't realize that it triggers replay mod, so it wasn't a good hotkey to place. Okay. So that is something to look at. I'm gonna look at it really quick because I do have a little bit of a cough and I don't want to like cough in your face. Where's my mic? Sorry, I'm working on it. Unmute, I don't have one. Okay. I thought they would toggle like if I don't want to use that one because it'll maybe Control or Alt Shift M. And then if I do the same thing here, let me apply that and see if that works. Nice. Okay. I just needed to put it in the unmute category too. Sweet. That's better. I was trying to be all pro streamer and make some hotkeys and didn't quite work. I mean, now it works, but it didn't work ahead of time. Okay. And then let's do a red one. There. I have to do this like whole stair-stepping thing all over again. I need to look at, I hate using World Edit, but I feel like I probably should get to know it a little better so that I could just be like, replace the brown with, it's just not, I don't know. It's a whole different feeling to the game. It's not the same to me, and I enjoy like the build part of it. So it's hard for me to justify using the mod because I don't think I would enjoy it as much. Oh, that one. Get rid of that one. And that one. At least on the ground, I don't have to like stair step it. Let's do a white ribbon. It might look too candy cane-ish. We'll see. Oh, that should be white. There. Oh, no! No! Crisis averted. White. I could have been filling in this whole time and not just doing this outline. Eh. My coffee has not kicked in. I was a little bummed this morning. I went to Dunkin' and I got this thing and it was like, get a medium coffee. Hello, Yukari, how are you? And it's like Monday medium coffee day for the month of November. And I was like, okay, I'll get that. It's not what I was planning on getting, but hey, free drink, right? It didn't work. I had to place my order in the app and pick it up, and it said applied, but then when I got there, I got charged full price. And so then I had to like submit a ticket with the help desk, like, hey, I had this, it says activated and it didn't work, but they don't have enough people to take those requests right now. I'm like, oh, I'm not the only person it's broke for. That sucks. So I'm sure their customer service is just like blowing up right now. And I was like, yeah, just put me on that email list. That's fine. Good thing you said coffee. Forgot to buy coffee. Be right back. Go get it. I think because of the shape of this, I might have to like place another one there. I don't know. We'll see. Because like that, I would say this is like the shape of the ribbon. Here. Yeah, and then I would fill that, and so the rest of this all needs to be red. Not you. And they messed up my coffee too, so I was like, ugh, the whole thing, like it wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it. They didn't put the hazelnut in it. So luckily, like at home, I have hazelnut. Freaking ridiculous. So I was able to put some in. But initially, it was very gross. Very, very bitter. Okay, I gotta mute because I feel a cough coming. You know what's funny is it keeps doing that replay mod event marker's been added. I'm not even recording. So like how's it doing anything if I'm not even recording? I thought by adding in like a shift. Oh, it's just M. So M is part of my like hotkeys. Um I guess M is gonna add a marker no matter what, even if it's not recording. Good to know. I might look at doing a different one. A different hotkey another time. I was thinking M though, I can remember for mute. That's why I was thinking. You know, it would be good probably. Maybe once I build these, if I have like a longer package, like over here, because there's always some of those more awkwardly shaped longer packages under the tree too. Um, oh, I didn't. Dang it! You hear them? The bane of my existence. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Hi, Pink Seraph, how are you? Ugh, how many is that? That's a lot. Always. I always forget. And now we'll get to listen to them for a while. It's too bad they can't, like, suffocate. I'm not sure about this green. It's a very poop green. Maybe it's just because it's next to the brown that it feels poopy to me, but not so sure this is a Christmas feel. I don't know, maybe I should use the red to make it like in your face, it's Christmas. Not poop. It's not a poop package. There we go. Actually, you need to go. What color did I use? This red. No, 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 no. No. Take it back. Okay. I need to figure out, there's gotta be a way. Show held for review. That's a shitty situation. Oh, you know what? How do I get BTTV on my freaking chat? Because I know you can. I saw somebody did that. I need to write that on my list too. Give me a second. BTTV on chat. Guess what? What? You're having coffee and a good day too? You use 7TV. I haven't even looked at that one. I've heard of that and the Franker face, but I haven't really looked into anything outside of BTTV, which I kind of like. Like, I don't know how well it integrates. Can I use all of my old emotes from Twitch? Like my personal old channel emotes? Can I move them to BTTV and will it work, or is it just global? So I'll have to look into it. It'll be really cool. You got into the Mix It Up beta! That's awesome! That is so awesome. There's so much to do. I was just thinking about it because I have like, we have a stream currency here, but nobody knows and nobody knows how to use it. And so like, I was trying to come up with ways of like letting everyone know how do you use your stream currency and what can you use it on. And so that's what is on my list for today, is to set up like a timer that would activate an overlay. So like maybe just down on the bottom of my screen it'd be like, hey, did you know you've got gems? Here's how to check. And then maybe like 5 minutes later it'll say, here's some things you can do with your gems, you know, and kind of have a scrolling timer. That way people can like still play the way they normally would have on Twitch with like channel points. That's exciting. I'm excited for you. There we go. Okay, so this one is also going to be super hard. How do I create that shape? Is it like that? I don't know. Oh, but that might end up being a really nasty symbol. It doesn't quite line up right for like a ribbon would, because I think it would need to be, it gets questionable. That's a very, it's not the shape, but it is a questionable shape. So what if I did, I don't know. No. We're making it worse. We're making it worse. Okay. How do I do this and not make it look like a hate symbol? Mind if I steal that down? No, absolutely. Go for it. That's totally why I share. Like, that's totally why I share. What if I take this out and just make it like, I don't know. It's supposed to be ribbon. It's supposed to be ribbon coming up the side of packages. But because of the shape of this package, the ribbon looks not so good. Okay. That's better. Is this one right? Because it doesn't seem right. I think it is. Maybe it's this one is wrong. Maybe this one needs to be... No. Something's still not... Oh. Because there's two under here. This is going in further than it should. That's it, I think. I think that's it. It still looks not so great. It's just gonna... That's just the shape of that box. Maybe I make this a solid package. I let you know my first thought was not wholesome. Your first thought of like overlay or my potentially bad symbol over here? Trying to think. Maybe I just don't like make it a solid package so we don't end up with a weird pattern on top. Ooh, wait a second. We could do that. It could be striped in the opposite direction. And then I don't have to worry about it looking like something offensive. And like, I'm all about being offensive here, but not that kind of offensive. No thanks. I don't need a Nazi symbol on my packages. Okay. You said something about up to a package. Yeah. See, I'm totally about being that kind of offensive. That's fine with me. We can make jokes about packages and shit, and that's fine. There we go. Then I don't have to worry about it. It's just got a ribbon around the outside. It'll be interesting to see if I can make it look like there's a 3D ribbon aspect to this one. And since the ribbon would be out on the outside. The damn bats. I fucking hate the bats. You have no idea. I mean, it helps me remember, like, oh, that's not lit up enough. So that when I go to film the tutorial, I light them up and, like, hopefully if somebody's following my instructions, they're also lighting them and not having mobs spawn in. But damn, they're annoying. Okay. This top one. Top one. I feel like I need a yellow. More of like a gold. Ooh, wait, I could use gold. I could do gold. I don't know what color ribbon I would do on a gold. All that I can like think of right now is like silver and gold. Silver and gold. Maybe this is a super special kind that is like under my tree and does not conform to the regular red, green, red and green. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Like, where was I headed with that? I don't know. I don't, because it has the lines. I don't like the way that looks. Yeah, I don't like that. That makes it look solid. Okay, no gold. Okay. We're making a pile of presents today. That's what we're doing. That's what I meant by packages. I'm sure we could find a way to wrap up something that looks phallic, but not sure that YouTube would like a tutorial on that. Oh, I know. I've got some of those like more questionable games that I'm like, those would be kind of fun to just play in Discord. Um, like one is I'll play on a cup game, and it's definitely not. It would break all kinds of TOS on here or Twitch, but it'd be funny to play. I've got a lot of those as like gag gift ones. I don't really have any of the ones that it's like actual roleplay stuff, but I have a lot of like the just funny gag gift games, and I'm like, when do you play these things? When do you do this? Half the time I'm afraid to just play Papers, Please, because I'm like, oh, do I have streamer mode on? Because we definitely don't need to see Georgie's bits on stream. You know the game? See? I knew you'd know the game. Okay. No. There. Oh, you know what? This one needs a bottom. The others don't have bottoms. They don't need it. Oh, I still have one home with the flu. I'm sure you can kind of hear it from me, but I'm not so bad today. But I can hear him coughing. Like, oh, poor kid. Normally, my kids are pretty self-sufficient since I only stream for like 2 hours. But this time I was like, okay, my door's open. If you need me, come get me. He's just like, I'm gonna sit and watch a show. Sounds good. Okay. We're getting there. I do think I want one more package. Um, Brown wool. Because I want to map this out. Like a long, thin, like, say you were getting a new keyboard type package. It's got a leak, so it actually might not be so close. If it connected here. A little bit of a lead. Mm, I don't like that that's not symmetrical. Maybe. That seems, I don't know. I don't really like it because it seems like it's floating. Less of a lead. Does it connect over here at any point? No. Kind of. Maybe with it fully connected like that, it looks okay. It doesn't look so floaty, like the two packages are holding it up. And then I would say it's got to come out like maybe 4? No, that's got to go more, I think. We'll see if that works, because I actually made that longer. It might not connect up right. Um, sure. I think it's okay. I don't hate it. And it gives us the illusion of like a leaning package. This was 4, 5, 6. I'd rather that be like a longer one. Let's see. We'll see. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make like a bicycle at some point. I feel like these like Christmas builds need a bicycle. Like every kid's wildest dream is to wake up to that bicycle in the morning. Why doesn't that connect right? Oh, because it's this right here. Okay. And then this would come across. No. There. Yeah? Yeah. This one goes. And this connects. Yay! We have a log package. But okay, so what color? What color is this one? I wish we had a silver. We do have gray. I don't really want to use that. I could do a full red package. That's not the concrete color red. And it almost feels like this is too much. No, I'm gonna probably jack it all up. Like it should stay 4 crossed all the way. Nope. I'm probably gonna hate myself for that because I just changed it all the way up. Let's see if it works. Did I just screw it? But it just seems like it should stay the same width. Doesn't look terrible. Okay, here, sure. And put some light in it before we get too far so I don't have more stinking bats. It almost sounds like there's bats in here too. No. Or get rid of that one. Or can I throw you a video idea? Sure. What you thinking? Ah, this is when I need music. That you can help me with? Sure, maybe. I'm up for ideas. Did he just die? That sounded like an awfully loud squeak there. Or I wish they would die. I hate the dingbats. I hate them so much. Forget all the bad mobs. I just hate the bats. There. So I wanted to do a tutorial for Mix It Up on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Here's my thing. I've done a couple of tutorial things, and I've done some tutorial things on TikTok. My issue with it, like thinking about it, is like, who do you want to attract to your channel? If you only want to attract like VTubers and put out VTubing content, like how to VTube, then it works in depth. Yeah, but if you're like, no, I want my main content to be gaming, so then it gets a little like, don't put your time into it, you know? And that's where I'm struggling. Like, I want to help people, but I want a game. I want my main form of content to be gaming. And that's why I really haven't gotten any further. I have a whole list of like things you can do on Mix It Up and like why VTubers should be using Mix It Up and stuff like that. And it's just like, but do I want that to be my sole content? Like Mama Tomigo, I feel like her content has had to kind of shift to just being like a support streamer. And I don't know, like, is that fair to her? Because that's what everybody is using her for now. And that's the only reason I haven't really done more videos is like, I don't know, maybe a secondary account. But if it's something you're interested in and you just want like a co-host, we can totally put it up on your channel. If you are wanting to like open that door of like tutorials for streamers or VTubers, I'm there. I'll help. I just don't know if I want to keep doing it on my own space since it's not what I want my like main form of content to be. Like Sapphire, I noticed like she blew up because a lot of her videos, you have a second channel. I have like 5 channels. It's ridiculous. But Sapphire, I noticed like a big reason why her videos blew up and she like grew huge overnight is because she did a lot of like how to become a VTuber for cheap or how to do it if you don't know how to draw. And then but her main focus, that's not in the right place. Her main focus is art. And I feel like she doesn't get quite as many people in her streams when she's doing an art stream as when she's like talking about VTubing itself. And it just kind of sucks for those people when you're like, oh, you really want your content to be in one direction and it is not going in that way. And so I was afraid that by doing some of the YouTube videos that I did, like how to swap over to YouTube, that maybe I was sabotaging myself a little bit. So that's a lot of my like, if I can help you with Mix It Up stuff is on TikTok. Because I was like, okay, that's a place I feel like I'm comfortable with it. And hopefully not so much on my own channel. Because I want a game. I want to play games. I want to build. And just shoot the shit. Like, and sometimes too, like, I don't always want to invite the conversation of other people's streams. Not to say, like, don't say that here. because I appreciate you and I like you, right? But like, I don't want people who I don't know to just come in and be like, hey, I'm a streamer. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know? And I feel like the more you invite, like the more you teach, the more you potentially invite people to just come in and be like, oh yeah, I'm a streamer too. And I don't know how to like, hi Sid, how are you? That's fair to be honest. Yeah, so like I want to be able to it's a terrible double standard, right? Because I want my friends to feel comfortable like telling me, hey, I got a new computer or I got a new model. But I also don't want people to just be like using your stream to market their own stream. And that's why I was trying to do all this stuff on Twitter, but Twitter is just Twitter's a shit show, let's be honest. Doing well. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. We were talking about how like putting out content. Oh, that's cute. That actually worked. Too bad it's from the wrong side. Oh, and it's up forward too far. We're talking about how like wanting to make stuff to help people, like using Mix It Up for streams and stuff. But then if you start making too much content like teaching streaming, it becomes less about your gameplay and your channel becomes more about a teaching space. That's kind of what we were talking about. Like, I want to be supportive, but I also want to play games. And I just don't know how to balance that yet. Oh, I can't really. Maybe I'll just make it a double wide bow because it doesn't really work otherwise. And like, I'm all, especially like, if someone comes in and asks me a question like, hey, how'd you do that? I'm there for it. I'm totally there for it. You want to know? I'll show you. Let me pull it up real quick. Like, that kind of stuff is, I'm fine with, but it's like a fine line. How do you keep it your space without it just being a complete advertisement zone for everybody else? Very true. It's hard to toe the line. Yes. Yeah, stream games on yeah, you stream games on your YouTube. Yeah. Um, wait a second. I got a text from the school saying to please bring your ID when checking a student out. It must just be like a general text. That's weird because I'm not checking a student out. I am definitely sitting at home. I wonder if I can make kind of a similar shape, but do it on all four corners to get that bow look. I don't even have like a missed call. Maybe they're just people in general are not bringing their IDs. The thing is we live in like the smallest little itty bitty town, so everybody knows everybody here. Like, it's pretty rare for the front lady to not know who's picking up who. Yeah, stream games on your YouTube. How do you separate that? I might want to change it. Another good example is like Harris Heller. I know he's completely shifted his mindset at this point, but in the beginning, he was very much a Twitch streamer. Very much a Twitch streamer, and he streamed games, and then occasionally did stuff like, hey, here's how I did this. And then now he is completely like a teacher, you know, and he provides music and stuff like that. But if you go and look, and I hate to like, metrics suck, but we work on metrics. But if you go and look, like his gaming streams just don't perform as well. But I think it's because at this point he's marketed himself solely as like a stream coach. And I mean he's even gone to the point of changing his name to like Senpai Records or whatever to go with like and Senpai Gaming. Oh, that worked. I don't know. So I don't know, like do you have two channels? do you want to put the effort into 2 channels though? Because, like, I already know my algorithm's messed up because I had one cleaning video on here for so dang long. I'm like, man, I screwed myself with that. So then you're like screwing yourself more, right? If some of it's, oh, that should be a white ribbon, not a red ribbon. If, like, I don't know, YouTube is very much like wants you to pick. It does not like variety channels. It's stupid. Especially in gaming, like there's variety gaming. We should be able to have variety. But my Minecraft channel does a lot better than this one because it's strictly Minecraft. And until they fix that, like, we have to play to what YouTube wants. I hate it. Like, fix this, please. Especially, I'm like, I played Minecraft live over here, guys. You know, you can watch me do this live on the other channel. Maybe this will work. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's not terrible. It's an odd bow, but it gives it more dimension. It's not so flat. I'm gonna do talking head content like Nux. Who's that? And do tutorials and stuff. Yes. So, like, I think like I could do those. It just I started gaming because I like gaming, right? Like because it was fun and then game on a side channel. Yeah, exactly. Like you totally could do that. But I started thinking about it like why did I start? Why did I start doing gaming? And really it's because I like the outlet and I like to talk to people about the games that I'm enjoying. Which ultimately means I don't need to make tutorial stuff. So I just try to be open about, like, if somebody has a question, like, sure, more than willing to help show you how I did that. Especially in, like, Twitter DMs. I freaking love people who have the balls to message me on Twitter and ask questions. They make my day. I'm like, you guys are amazing, because I don't. I don't have that kind of cojones to be like, hey man, can you help me? So I love those kinds of people. I'm like, you guys are the real MVPs out here with no social anxiety. um, I don't know what to do on the top of this one. Me either, right? My messages are like, hey, sorry, you don't have to respond to me if you don't want to. I'm not sure. If I just do something, nope. I'm thinking maybe it'll look like one of those puff balls that you might get on a package. Sure, why not? That looks okay. Maybe one there. Okay. We have Christmas packages! Okay, that worked a lot better than I thought. I was a little worried about, honestly, this one back here. Because I didn't want two just regular diagonals, so this was a good shape. And then I was worried about doing the long package and it still looking like a present. But I think next to the others, it works. And then we could do maybe an ornament down on the bottom. I really like that red terracotta. Like an ornament fell. Let's see if I can remember how to do a circle. A small circle. I always have to look these up. Like, don't let it fool ya, people. I pull up the Minecraft plotters thing all the time. I probably don't need those, but then I would need a torch or else we'll get more bats. I see my brother is watching. Um, I'm working, but the top of the present was looking a little swastika-like. See? I agree. That's funny. Kind of sus. I agree. He saw it when I was working on this one. I agree. I'm like, I think that one looks offensive. That's hilarious. He saw what I was seeing because I'm like, I don't know. That one's a little too close to potentially offensive. That's funny. I don't know. He's got stream muted even. He wasn't even hearing me say that. I was like, I don't know if this one is a good one. That's hilarious. That doesn't look round enough to me. I might need it to be more of like a 3 and not so because that looks more just like a funky box than and less of like an ornament. I thought at first he was telling me the top of my present looks sus. Like that looks phallic. Kinda does. Kinda does. But not so bad. But no, he was commenting on my ribbon over there. Okay, a 3 would probably be too big though. Okay, I would need to take this part down. There. I can't even make it a 3. I can. What am I thinking? I can make it a 3. I just can't use the 2 base for a 3. Because I think it would need to be... Let me think. Let me think. I might have to bring up that plots. I don't know, that just seems too big too, though. If I do a 3. Yeah, because that ornament is like the size of my presents. That won't work. That's too funny. That makes me laugh. I'm glad he saw it too, and I wasn't just like, questioning myself for no reason, because it definitely looked not right. What if... That doesn't look like an ornament either. Kind of. That kind of works. What do we have? Like a wall? Uh, None of those are like a good color. Like a gold or a silver would have been nice. It's okay. I don't absolutely love it. I don't think any of the fencing is any better though. Maybe that one? Okay, that's a little better. That blends a little better. It's not like a weird color just in there all of a sudden. And what other things could we put out? I wonder if I could make a light bulb. I think a light bulb might be too difficult size-wise, like it's not gonna be the right size. We could try. Like if I had a string of lights, I don't know. Because to me, although that definitely might turn out looking phallic. Green. kind of looks like a light bulb. I need more concrete. A red one. We could do a light green and then just use this dark green as like the tips. So what did I do? I did 2 and then there should be one there, one here, and then 2 on the end here. Hi King, how are you? How's it going? I don't know. Do those look like light bulbs? They do from above, but is it getting the right effect from out here? Not quite. I'm not sure about those. And they're so big in comparison to the packages. That might just have to be something else I do like on a different build, is some light bulbs, and then I'd really have to upsize everything else to make the light bulbs like fit with the sizing of all the other things. Good. Yet to sleep, considering skipping it. Don't skip it. Take all the sleep you can get. I am, like, I was so excited. I was thinking I was gonna get to sleep in next Saturday. Like, I was celebrating it a whole week ahead, and then I realized, nope, I gotta go to the airport at 6 a.m. Like, celebrate it and use it. Well, maybe I'm done. Maybe that's it for this one. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to add. Because you could totally do a tree skirt underneath it. Change the color of, like, the flooring and make it look like there's a tree skirt there. You could even build a tree if you really wanted to. You could probably put, like, a tree, at least the base of a tree here. But as far as, like, a stack of presents goes, I feel like that's it. I don't really have much going on IRL, so I can sleep in whenever. Don't be jealous, though. It's not that fun. Oh, I am a little bit jealous. I don't know. It would just be nice to not have to have an alarm. That would be nice. Well then, I guess we could go over and work on the mushroom. Since the presents are done. I still haven't really figured, like, how would you make this a build? You could easily, like, connect in here and take out some of these walls. I'd almost say that that's, like, smart. Like, if you... I wonder how noticeable this is from back here. That's a little noticeable. I don't know. Or glass, even. That's not so bad. But just like fill in your space so then you can take out some of these walls and make it like one continuous room inside, but look like a stack of presents on the outside. So then you have like an actual, like you could do Santa's workshop in a server or something like that. I'll have to play with that and see if I can make it into a more cohesive set of rooms that like work with each other. Am I like floating? I am floating. I'm like, why is the double thing not going? Because I'm already in the air. Okay. So mushroom. I already have like my schematics from the, what's it called? The cow, the baby cow. So it's mostly just a matter of changing the colors. I gotta see if I can find it. I write all of it down. This is the best way for me to keep track of it now. As like once I've figured out the build, like the presents, what I'll do is I'll go back after stream, obviously. I do have the sniffles. I'm getting over the flu. Freaking hate it. But what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll go line by line and like write them down on graph paper. It's such a pain, but then it makes it really easy for doing the actual tutorial filming, because then I can just, instead of being like, place a block, look, place a block, look, I have it all written down and I can like smoothly say like, okay, you're going 5 blocks this way and 4 blocks that way. So that's how I do that. So usually what I do is I use stream to like build the prototype and get it like perfected the way I want, and then after stream I'll write everything down and turn it into a tutorial. That's what we do. I need a picture of a mushroom. Give me a second. I'm gonna pop over here. This is annoying. Ignore my chat. I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. I need a picture of a mushroom that I can look at. Mushroom. Because I think they're just red and white. I don't think they have like anything else, but just in case, I don't want to like assume and make this thing and be like, oh, well, I effed that up. Minecraft mushroom. Shroom. Spell it right. I do wish we had gotten the Moo Bloom. Oh my gosh. Someone drew a realistic mushroom and it looks scary. Terrifyingly scary. No thanks. I'm good. Yeah, it's mostly just a swap. A red for brown, and then keeping the white, and then adding mushrooms to the back. Not too bad. I almost want to do it in the mushroom block, though, because I feel like that would add to it. Okay, back over here. I'm trying to push back to game on OBS. Not how that works. Not how that works. So if I did this, and maybe I sprinkle in, we could even do the mushroom stem as the white instead of white. What did I use before? Oh, I actually used mushroom stem before. I think it blended better with the brown instead of using like a very stark white concrete block. So that's good. I need that picture again. I feel like an idiot. I can't focus. Oh, it does have black feet. Okay. I wanted to make sure it had the same kind of feet. Black. I used black wool beforehand. I really tried to avoid using the concrete. I like texture. The concrete worked fine for the presents over there, but for the most part, I usually try to use like the wool, because especially for mobs, there's going to be a lot of texture in a mob. There's not really going to be like a solid smooth mob. You might be able to get away with it on like a pig. I can't see chat. There you go. Do you know you have a really nice relaxing voice? Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sometimes I get some odd people who are like, hey, will you whisper into the mic? And I'm like, are you gonna pay me for it? And I always worry as like a VTuber, because a lot of people want the high-pitched like anime voice, and I'm like, that's not me, honey. It's not gonna happen. So I appreciate it, because I do get a little self-conscious about it. 3, 4. I don't remember. Oh, I was saying like the pig you could probably get away with using a concrete on, because pigs are kind of slick. I mean, they have fur, but it's kind of hard to tell that they have fur. Right? That cost $24.99. I know. I was like, the last time I got a comment about it, he was actually super respectful, which I appreciate. Because a lot of the times if I get a comment about it, it's very lewd and it's kind of rude, especially since that's like not my content. But the last guy was like super respectful about it. I'm like, see, that's the guy that it'd be worth like, maybe I'll make it OnlyFans so I can talk into the microphone. So funny. How many far back was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just did, my cow was one of my biggest builds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one would be a beast because it's the same exact design, except we're adding mushrooms to the back of it. I'd almost want to build this maybe in the actual tutorial, on one of those islands. What are they called? Shoot. The mushroom islands. I can't remember what they're called. Because then we could probably spawn, like make one of the large mushrooms grow on the back, and that would be really cool. 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's like, those are hooves. Ta-da! Hooves. Hooves are made. I need torches though. As I don't want bats. I really don't want bats. It's funny, on my actual bat build, I left it, I don't know if you can see it from here. It's like this way. I left it super dark on purpose in the hopes that bats would spawn. Apparently there's bats in the sheep. But I left this hoping bats would actually spawn inside of it. They don't freaking spawn inside of it. Like there's bats in every other build, but not in this one. High-pitched Iwu girls or Dommy Mommy are the usual go-tos. Yes, I think so. And you have a nice voice without trying so hard like them. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I feel like I lose my voice very easily. It's been nice. Soccer season ended last week. And usually, like, I'm a soccer coach, and so I'm cheering for my girls a lot. And, like, by the end of the week, I don't have a voice. So I'm like, I don't know if I could even be one of those people who purposely changes their voice because I think I would stress it out too much. Like, I can't even make it through the whole soccer season because I scream too much on the field. I'm like, go, you guys get it. I'm one of those coaches. I'm sure I'm annoying as heck to be around. Oh, I do have a door here. If I want to turn this into an actual building. Which I usually do try to make the build, like, functional to a point. I don't really want to just build a building or build a build and just leave it and there not be something in it. I prefer, hi Ivy, how are you? I prefer like, I don't know. So like that one, I have a llama farm in. There's a bunch of llamas in there. And then I have dogs inside of, like, each one basically is a habitat or a farm for each animal. The chicken one is kind of dark because it's an automatic chicken farm for cooked chicken. It's terrible, but I love it. It's not too bad with practice and whatnot, but you don't need to. I think you're great the way you are. Oh, thank you. Sounds really nice. I appreciate it. So this is a zoo then. Kind of. Kind of. Some of it is kind of dark, like the chicken one. We're definitely not a humane. It's probably not a humane zoo when you look at like the chicken. But the axolotl is a cute one. Trying to think. The panda is a, what's that called? Bamboo farm. So that one's not too bad. But yeah, some of it is maybe questionable for a zoo. I think, how high did I make the legs on the other cow? 1, 2, 3. Oh, but there's white mixed in on the legs, so I can't just like make them high. I don't know if I want to do, oh, I hate that. I don't know if I want to do fully mushroom stem or mix in some red concrete because it might be like too much. Although that red doesn't look like it matches very well. Oof, it does not. Red wool, maybe? That's lighter. It's still not great. The terracotta is like a more muddy red. It's not quite the right color. The concrete powder could be closer, but if we get up high, we couldn't use that anymore. It would just fall. Inhumane Zeus, let's go! Okay, I think red wool. And we'll mix in like the two reds so like all these white spots aren't so overpowering. I think that'll work. That's too funny. I actually built, nope, not that. I need to get rid of these extras. I actually built a zoo with a friend, and that took so long. And it was super disappointing because like a week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks later, the server owner decided to wipe the server. Like we had just finished it, and they're like, no, we'd like to start over and start fresh. Like, womp womp, that sucks. It's kind of why I'm really hesitant to join servers now, is because I don't want all the effort that I've put into it to just be gone. That and like, so many servers don't like for you to stream out of either, and I'm like, hey, I stream. I like to stream it. I think that works. And I think on the next layer, I started building in some white spots on the brown cow. I did. This is way back in the very beginning of the build tutorial series when I colored. I used to even like write down the graph and color it. I don't color it anymore. I gave up on coloring it. I thought if I colored it, it would make my life so much simpler and I'd be able to like just really quick glance and know what color meant what, and not quite. It's not really how it works. It's not terrible, but it doesn't work quite that way. I think what I'm going to do is fill in the places I decided white should be on the brown cow, and then just fill in the red as I feel like. I don't want to like copy it, especially because on the brown cow I didn't have variations of brown. Like that. I do like to somewhat match the colors up so it looks more like spots and less like stripes. Right? So like if I just did a line here and then I had a different line of red there, it would look stripy and less spotty. And I definitely want it to be a little more spotted. Let's go with the red wool on that one. And sometimes I even go as far as like, I think you can see it on the wolf. Yeah, I do a different color on the underside so that you get like a you were loud. That was really loud. So you can get like a shadow shaded like effect on the underside of the bellies. So sometimes I even go as far as doing that in the builds. It really depends on the color and if there's a color palette available for it, because sometimes like, let me think, orange. Orange was hard. There's just not enough to like get good color variations. Because I really wanted to do an orange cat and I couldn't. Not the way I wanted to, at least. I will say at this point, my favorite is probably the Guardian because the Prismarine changes colors, and I just like the way that looks. Let's do that. More animal builds! I love these! Hi, Maddie! We're making a mushroom. We made a pile of presents way over there, and now we're doing a mushroom. That's what we're doing for the next half an hour. Okay, so I put white here and here on the brown cow. What is a 7? I'm looking at my notes. I had another type of white. I had 2 whites. I had mushroom stem and wool. Do I want wool in this one? It might help to have more white variants. And there's even like white variant in the spot here. Thank you. I appreciate you. This one I'm kind of cheating because I've already done the cow and I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to put the white spots in the same place and then just play with the red. So this one's a little bit easier because it's kind of a copy, but not quite like a direct copy. I mean, that's the whole point in having notes. So that I can make my life a little easier sometimes. I see what I did. So I outlined the outside of the white spots with like a darker white is what I did to kind of muddy the spot a little bit. I think that's why it's like that. Works for me. Whatever works, right? 100%. Maddie, I got coffee this morning and it was a mistake. I should have gotten tea. And every time I like make that mistake and it's like, I don't know, it just reminds me of you. Every single time I'm like, Maddie would be ashamed. I should have gotten tea. I don't even know why that's a thing, but you're my tea person. I think I want one there. I guess I'll have to see how that goes on the next one, but it seems like to complete that spot, there should be more white. I just don't like my coffee. I'm disappointed in it. And tea just never disappoints. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with coffee. That's hilarious. Tea is superior. It totally is. I bought this like throat coat tea when we were sick last week. Like, I'm still a little sick, but not nearly as bad as last week. Last week was rough. But it is so good. Like, this might just be part of my daily routine now. I know it's supposed to be like a sick people tea, but it's so good. And it's not one of the ones, like we have these ones that are medicated sometimes, and it's not a medicated tea. It's just a throat coat, I guess. I'm a little addicted to it. You don't belong there. That's looking a little too symmetrical. Maybe there? Maybe. It looks too square in a square world. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. What does it taste like? I don't even know. It's like, it's very honey, which is weird because it doesn't have, as far as I can tell, like it doesn't have honey in it. It's still just dry leaf. I love my lemongrass and ginger. Kicks any badness out. So I don't even know. It's very spicy, very much like a chai. And it like those soothing, comforting like spices. And I do know it's a green tea. It's a green tea with whatever spices is in it. So like my real name is Ame, and people have never ever been able to get that. It's not a very American name. I mean, I wasn't born here, so it is what it is, but people in America don't recognize that name as Ame. And so that's why I turned into May. May has been the name for like the last 3 years. because it's easier and it's closer to my name versus them trying to butcher it all the time. Well, now in the VTubing community, people shorten like my name, my amethyst, to AME and call me Ame all the time. I'm like, wait, how did we come full circle back to my real name? This is amazing. Like the VTubing community, you know what's up. I don't have any more white on that one. And then there's a white here and two here. My day's going okay so far. So far. We're like coming off the tail end of the flu in my house. It sucks. Apparently, our area is like making national news for how many flu cases we have. I'm like, yum, that's great. So that's why last week was kind of rough. It was touch and go. Like, if I wasn't sick, somebody was sick. But hopefully now we're like done. We're done for the season. No more, no thanks. Oh no. No. Okay, there. Like, don't do it, don't do it. Maddie, Dadbot is the one I was telling you about yesterday. He's the one. I was talking to my D&D people and I was like, well, I can only play D&D until 3 o'clock on, what is it, like the 19th? Because I'm playing golf with Dadbot. So that's where you're gonna go to see us play golf with friends, is Dadbots. I love it. We had that with COVID back in the day. I'm glad it's getting better for you. Thanks. I hate it. Especially we're a large family, so everything comes home and everything gets passed to everybody. That looks okay. I don't like the straight line. I like too many like full-on straight lines is awful, and it's really hard to manage that in a game of blocks and straight lines. So hyped for it. What time do you start again? I'll try to come by and watch. I don't think I will be streaming it. I don't know. We haven't really talked about it. Are you streaming it or are you filming it for a video? I'm not 100% sure. Why did I leave a gap like that? Because I didn't. Because this is supposed to be here. And like, that's such a weird gap to have. This is what I do. I'm like, wait, those don't quite make sense. Let's fix this and make it look a little better. Streamed, then VOD edited for a video. Awesome. Okay, well then he will be streaming at 3:30 my time, which is like, I don't know your time. We're supposed to end at 3 my time for D&D. So then like a half hour later, I'll be headed over to play golf with friends. Hopefully in the best kind of chaotic way. My mute button? My mute button triggers the replay mod, so I guess that's how you know when I've muted myself for a second. Okay. Chaos! I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a good player. I certainly hope you didn't ask for good players, because that's not me. But I think I can bring some chaos for sure. I almost feel like I need a third red, but the reds just don't match well. The other options, they just don't match very well. Sounds like great fun. I hope so. I've been in a dad bod stream before. They're pretty fun. Oh my gosh, how many more layers of legs? Legs for days. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 6 more layers of legs. Goodness. Okay. I have a white here. A white here. White's there and there. And then a white here. And the rest needs to be some variation of red. I wonder if in a creative world, if you can make like a shroom grow. One of the big ones. I've never tried it, but I kind of think it's a, what's it called? Like exclusive to that one area. Like you have to be in that biome to make it work. Because it'd be, whoops, not like that. It'd be nice if I could make it work. Can I not plant that? I can't plant it. Oh, because I know why. I know why. That's why. So, oh, I can make a big one grow. It's not as big as some of the ones from the on the actual island though. So you don't have to put 4 together the same way you would with dark oak. Well, those are good size. Those would be great on the back of the mushroom cow. I've literally never played before. Oh man. Okay. You're gonna have fun. It's totally fun. And there's different versions too. Like you can choose to play golf or you can choose to play it in like a hockey style. So like even when you start to like get bored, there's more ways to keep having fun. I like the size of that one. I think that one's a really good size. I guess I could just grow or build. I could just build um the mushroom that I need. But I like the like spontaneity of it if you just let it grow and see what height you get. Especially in like survival mode, finding all of these like blocks would be really hard. This is not very survival friendly at all. Sorry, I needed a second. So I hate sniffling on stream. I hate it. So I'm like, don't sniffle, don't sniffle. I feel like I'm probably reaching the end of what I can do for the day. Like I'm tired. But we are only 10 minutes away to the end of the stream. So I'm like, we'll just go. We'll go to the end of stream. And then I'm taking a nap. It has just been one of those weeks. And what sucks is I'm immune compromised. So like it always hits me for longer. And like I was the first person sick. Maybe not. I think my middle kid brought it home. But it like nothing. It barely touched him. He was fine. No big deal. But then it's taken me like 2 weeks to get past it. I'm like, man, every time you guys bring something home, it just kills me. Okay, so that would be layer 6. Layer 7 has... And if you're just like just tuning in, you're like, what the heck is she talking about? What has it? What is she looking at? I've written down my schematics from when I did the regular cow. And I'm using the same blueprints, I guess, to like place the white spots. So that's what I'm looking at. So that and With the other one, I really didn't do a variation on browns as much. But this one, I feel like the mushroom block can be super overpowering, so I don't want the whole leg to be the mushroom block either. Well, there's like no white. That's it. That's all the white. Maybe it's because it's getting towards like the belly portion and there would be less visible white. I don't know. It was all red. No. That's like too much of just the red wool on that front leg. I hope the littles are feeling better now too, so you can carry on as normal. I hope so. I have one home. I have one home today, which is like, it's a big deal for us to only have one. And my husband's first day back to work was today. I kind of have assumed I was gonna get a phone call sometime today to be like, hey, come pick me up. I can't keep going. But so far he hasn't. He's got a new assistant manager that started last week, and that was like a godsend for him because he's like, oh, good, I can be sick then. Like, let me just schedule that illness today. But it would have been very difficult for him to be like sick and home. Wow, that is not balanced. That is all. No, no, no. Oop, wrong button. Yeah, no. That is way too much. Make that look a little less like just a mushroom leg. And I forget what I was talking about, but that's probably okay. I forget. That is what it is. Layer 8. Interesting. Okay, I put in like a single corner of white on each leg. Why? Why not just like finish that? There was no white there. It was. I'm gonna do that for that one. And this one would have it too. Like, why? I don't know. Maybe I didn't write it down because I don't quite remember it being like that. It's funny. I had to learn how to mute myself today. That's what I had to do. I had to learn how to do that today. More than just like going over and pushing a button. Look, this one has it too. And that one. There's no way I did this on those others. No way. Something. I either wrote something down wrong or I don't know what. But then I didn't know my mute button is tied to the replay mod. And so even though I'm not filming anything, replay mod keeps telling me things. Every time I push mute, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just pushing a button. Like that. I don't like that either. Straight lines are evil. We're just gonna have a whole different schematic. I think maybe because it's like, I don't know, maybe it's less noticeable on the brown, where it just doesn't look funny. But to me, like, some of this looks funny. I like that spot because it has like a decent kind of shading underneath it. And this one kind of has it, but not quite the same. I don't know. I guess I'm just using the brown cow schematics as like an example of to like start with and then editing it. Okay, back here. That one looks tapered in. I don't like how that looks stripy. Because I definitely want them to look more splotch and less of a stripe, if that makes sense. Like, there's a difference between a calico cat and a tabby cat. Like, tabby cats have very prominent stripes, and calicos have more of a splotch. Let's do that. And I feel like cows would be similar. Like, they wouldn't have stripes. Maybe you should also be... That's a lot of red. Okay, layer 8. No, I did layer 8. Layer 9. Okay. I did the white in the corners again. It must be something in the actual design. There must be like white on the legs, at the upper part of the legs. I don't like this one. And I don't like all of the like stripes being so uniform. So like come in here and mess them up a little bit. But that's it for white. It doesn't show any other white on the layer 9 from the brown cow. I don't know. I feel like it seems super repetitive, but it is. It is very repetitive. No. I do like this block. This one. I like that we have like a two colored block like that. It's a very pretty block. I wish we had more variations on colors like that. I keep thinking about maybe getting some of those mods like Better Minecraft or more, I think it's like more Minecraft blocks. But it's hard to do tutorials and teach people and then be like, oh, by the way, this isn't available to you. You have to get a mod. Especially since mods are like super beefy and there are a lot of computers that cannot handle a mod, let alone like some can't even handle doing single world saves. Like they have to play on servers to play. So I feel like it's not always nice to like have a tutorial, but you can't use it. But if I do that, sure. Layer 10, it's all brown, and layer 11 is all brown. So that was it for the white spots on the legs. So then we just need to add in red. Or how that would look. Eh. Maybe I could fix it with the next layer if I add there. Make it look like it's a spot and less of a stripe. I think I like that. It's like you try so hard to make it look sporadic and not like a pattern, but there's really only so many variations you can do to each row. And is anybody else like actually going to be looking at it and like, well, that looks a little patterny to me? No, nobody cares. Not that much, at least. And that one. And I think one more. Yeah, one more on this one. It looks great so far. Thanks. I appreciate you. I feel like you get to that point where you are just very hard on your own builds, right? And so you've got to find a way to balance your own criticism and then also like, no, I need to make improvements, right? And that's a hard balance to like find, especially when you're doing it live. Like and talking to people and like, look at my thing I'm making. You know, very nerve-wracking. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it, if I'm honest. Um, I don't like this. Okay, we have legs. It's a leggy cow. Why do I hear a bat? Oh my gosh, freaking bats. Are you in here? You are. Where are you even spawning in? There's a ton of light in there. Okay, hold on a second. I need a tissue. Okay, it's so funny. I'm like fly all over the place. I'm trying to push mute. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't. This video is going live later today, and I hate that it's still spawning bats because I'm like, that footage is done. And I thought it was bright enough in here. I didn't think there was any problems. It's probably like right here. This little dark space is enough to spawn them in. It's unfortunate because I do try to make sure it's like spawn proof. Especially for survival players. Matthew, what are you doing in there, buddy? That's funny. Okay, now on to the body. Actually, it is past 11 o'clock. Holy crap. It is past 11 o'clock. We made it. Well, so I guess what you guys get today is a lot of leg. A lot of leg. Some really hot, skinny legs. I hope you enjoy that. That is quality content right there. Showing off legs. We did build, since we're done, I'll show you what else we did. Let's get down here where I can run faster. I'm a leg girl. There we go. So we started with presents. That was our start. Was a pile of presents. It turned out okay. We had some iffy sections where the pattern looked a little bad and the present looked a little phallic, but I think we came out on top. And then we got legs. Oh, cute. Thanks. I'm glad you liked it. Because I have another 30-day build series coming out in December, and so this is part of that, getting a head start on my 30 days in December. That's why there's not as much going out in November. Like, I did one, and then I needed a break, and now I'm getting ready for the next one. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. Look, I have a just chatting place. I need to fix it, but we've got this now, so I can, like, hang out here for a second. Who is online? I think Sid was getting on. And then we went to Mana last week. I don't really see anybody else on. And you know what? It is so hard to search in Minecraft because there's a lot of people who do, like, oh, what are they called? Like the Minecraft school, Monster School, and they do replays live. And they just play like 24/7. So it's really hard to find live people in the Minecraft category. I hate that. Minecraft. Let's see if I can find anybody within like the first page. If not, we'll just go live. Yeah, first one. Poor monster's pregnant from mob school. Currently live. Ew. No thanks. I love the colors and crystals. Thank you. I made it in the background screen. I made in Sims. My bedroom scene. No. I'm looking at, like, are any of you actual people? Or are they all just replays of freaking weird ass stuff? Yeah, this one's got a zombie with a pizza in his butt. Like, literally weird ass stuff. Why, people? Why do this to Minecraft? We don't need to be this weird. Yeah. I'm quite a ways in, and a lot of this just looks like a lot of these weird replay things that I'm good with not raiding into. It's too bad. I wish it was easier to find people in the Minecraft category. That's the one thing that I really struggle with. Maybe I need to just put out a thing on Twitter, like who live streams Minecraft. So that maybe we can find people to raid on Minecraft days and I don't have to like search through this because that's a lot of weird garbage. A lot of weird garbage. Thought it looked like a Sims build. It is! It's totally a Sims build. I saw somebody else do that and I was like, that is genius, because then you can kind of do the setup that you enjoy and then, like, that's it. I do have another picture. I wonder if I can show it. Maybe if I go over to the studio. How do I do that? Studio mode. Add a photo. Image. Let's see if I can add this other one. So I've got a couple. This one. Okay. And if I put that, like, I'll probably just like throw it up on the screen. You can't even see what I'm doing. Transition. So there's this one. And I almost think like the goal for this one is to maybe like place myself on the chair. The thing is with this one is I was selecting the chair at the time. So it's got like a white background. So it doesn't quite work. And I mean, it needs to be like cropped and everything else. So it definitely doesn't work right now. But that was the thought for that one, was like, this could be my chair view. Like I'm playing at the desk. So I had a lot of fun looking for CC on like building this in Sims. It really, and then like I can add, it'd be super easy to add like a Christmas tree in the background and change things for each holiday. You just put stuff in the back. So I thought that was pretty neat. I'm like, that is such a smart idea. I don't remember who I saw that was doing it, but they're freaking genius. I definitely saw it on YouTube. And then I have like this one. I'm just gonna like full screen it. It's not cropped and it's like a mess, but I have that one too. And I don't know how to use this one because like realistically, what would I be doing in the corner of my bedroom where you would see my bed and my desk? But I really like that there's a neon sign that says fuck in it, and I thought that was hilarious. And so I've got to find a way to use this. Maybe as my like stream ending scene. I don't know. But yeah, that just like the fact that I found that in a neon sign, I was like, this is amazing. Just staring at the wall, right? Like, but maybe that could be a stream ending kind of scene right there. I just think it's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know who, I don't remember who I saw it from, but freaking genius idea. Because then you have a custom background. It is still like, I could probably take this down so you could see me again. Um, but then you have like custom background. You can swap things out without spending money. I don't have to go like buy a Christmas tree for my background. You don't have to see that I didn't make my bed today. Like all of that stuff, but you can still have like a good background. Like this is such a great idea. So props to them, whoever it was that I saw who did it. You're freaking amazing. The cat with horns. Isn't it so cool? There's that one. And actually there's another one too. I don't know if I have a picture with him in it though. Let's see if I do. I would need this picture. I do have another picture. There's one with horns and there's one with wings. Freaking CC makers are amazing. I just like that whole bottom shelf. Actually, the bottom shelf on the left and the top shelf on the right, they're all anime characters. And then I've got like cinnamon roll and stuff up there. Like, people are freaking awesome. They're freaking adorable, right? Yeah, they just amaze me. I did use a lot of that like star something kit. I think you and Life use that kit quite a bit. And so there's a lot of that in here. You need to raid my CC at some point? Sure. I was disappointed. I found a bunch of like gamer girl stuff. Like the stereotypical gamer system and like pink. I wish they had like other colors. I downloaded them all thinking maybe there would be other color swatches, but it's all pink. But then like half of it doesn't work. So that kind of sucked. But I think overall I ended up finding a full computer that worked. I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. And then I downloaded a bunch of Christmas stuff so that I can add a Christmas background too. I'm like, this is it. This is the way of the future right here. It is a shame. Yeah. But those like neon letters, I was like, this person, you're the real MVP because you can make your own name in neon letters. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I don't know. The bed is my favorite part, and you really can't see it. I don't know if I have a full shot of the bed, though. Oh, kinda, in this one. I'm just gonna show everything. Oh, you can, that's from this is the one I use on my actual chatting scene. Not one that I've, like, added stuff to. But it's, like, being able to place all of those pillows and then the moon pillow, I was like, yes. And then I found someone who does a bunch of blankets. So you can add, like, throw blankets over your beds and stuff. People are amazing. People are just freaking amazing. But yeah, so that's my, like, normal chatting one. You can kind of see all of my pillows and stuff. Thought it was cool. I do need to look for a YouTube pillow instead of a Twitch pillow. The thing is the Twitch pillow is purple and it matches really well. The YouTube one is not. So maybe if I can find like a gray YouTube pillow, that'd be great. Yeah, I thought it was cool. And it's super easy. Like, look how easy that was for me to pop in new pictures. Like, you could switch out your scene daily if you wanted to. It's neat. They're so good. I wanted to try and make CC for band posters. The best that you can do. Some people are so creative. I know. It just blows my mind. Like, the fact that someone did full-on 3D anime models, like, blows my mind. Because it's not like you just clipped a picture from Google. Like, you had to get the 3D shaping of that to be able to put it up on the, what's it called? On a shelf and, like, turn it and everything. Like, people are crazy. They're amazing. I don't know if I have, like, the bandwidth to do that in my own head. But, okay, I think I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go make some lunch, make sure my sick kiddo's doing okay. He probably fell asleep. He's so quiet. I'm not gonna raid anybody. I'll have to figure out a way to find people to raid. Maybe on Twitter, like, chat with people, because finding people to raid in Minecraft is really difficult. My other ones are not so hard, but how's my phone gonna randomly update? Especially in the middle of the day. Like, dude, that's supposed to happen at like 2 a.m. That's not a right now thing. That's funny. But yeah, yummy lunch. I don't know what I'm gonna eat yet, but lunch is always good. Food is always good. Okay, friends. You guys have a good day. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys on Friday. I definitely want to finish Hollow Knight. I know it's not like a build game, it's not my usual lineup, but I want to know what's happening. So, I'm pretty sure Hollow Knight. I was going to try to do an extra stream this week, but I don't know if it's going to work out now. So, maybe I'll just, like, what do they call that? Guerrilla streaming? If I just decide I'm going to randomly stream, I might just decide I'll randomly stream. We'll see. But I really want to play Hollow Knight, so I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, bye. Bye, friends. Have a good night. Good day? Good day. Have a good day.